It ain't about me being better than you. It ain't about you being better than me. It's about me understanding how to navigate the market with my financial arc that I'm building. And that's what you're doing in the market. You're building out a financial arc that can help you stay afloat when the market puts you in an ocean. What if I told you one of the weakest periods in the market is the first half of August? And if you learned how to navigate the first half of August, there's a lot of money to be made. Here's why I say that to you. If we look at the chart, remember the market is always going to go through cycles. The market goes through, and every month has a blueprint. Every month has a DNA, which is why we always show you this month we're here. This month we're here. We already know what these months is. What did we say? We said July is typically a really great month. It's actually the first best month of the year when it comes to return. What did we have this month in July? A phenomenal July. Right? And so August is typically what I'm telling y'all, the first 2 weeks of August is typically one of the weakest parts of the month. So when it comes to me, this one of the things I did today, I told Trappers, I said, hey, I'm up this much. I know August and September is weak. I realized how much money we had in plays with the plays that I kicked out. I kicked out, when we cashed out, I think I cashed out probably about $450,000 from the plays that I cashed out on today. Why did I do that? I said, well, if the first half of August is typically a weak month, I don't want to give that back to them. Just from a statistical, and it's not that I want y'all to get out the plays. I just said, hey, I'm trying to knock down a $1.5 million deficit. Let me take this 400 grand in cash and knock this deficit down. I kept the NVIDIA plan. So I'm cool with keeping the losers because I believe in them. Right? I'm looking at the charts. I see a couple stash spots. Now I'm gonna have to panic on, I'm gonna have to watch Eli Lilly and CrowdStrike because they both up in September. Right? But I'm also telling myself, hey, because of this weakness, I may be able to get in some shorter term plays that I can take full advantage of. And so one of the things we got to pay attention to is understanding what months do what. Remember, I said something to you. I said, hey, listen, September is typically a weak month. It's the weakest month. So that means there's going to be opportunities that present themselves with us between August and September. Now, here's what we also need to know. Because we now understand how trends work, we got to watch out and make sure we're not trying to make a play while the market is in a consolidation phase. We got to make sure if you're going to play your put, you're going to play your put because the market has now told us we are in a downtrend. We've seen consecutive lower highs happen, consecutive lower lows happen. So what can we expect? Well, this is the what? August the 5th, which means this is probably the second trading day in August or the third trading day in August. And so far, August has been a weak month. Friday was weak, Monday was powerful, Tuesday is weak. August is living up to expectations so far. Okay, now let me show you how the news also coincides with the market. Well, because August is typically a weak month, what did we see start happening in the first half of August? What did we see start happening in the news? Donald Trump started talking a little bit more. He started talking about the Fed. He started talking about replacing. He started talking about more tariffs on these people. Jobs numbers came out of there. So you can start seeing how the market runs in a circle and you start seeing certain events start to happen based on, you're like, oh, this makes sense. So once we start understanding, oh, this is what's happening in the market, we start now saying, oh, this is how I can position myself. I don't need to go long on this play right now if the market is in a certified downtrend. I don't need to be trying to look for longs. I understand we buying a dip, but let's buy the dip when the market gave us confirmation that it's about to turn around. We don't got to be the first one in the play. We just got to be in the play. The worst thing we can do as investors and traders is try to get in the play at its lowest point. Why? Because we cannot predict its lowest point. But what we can do is we get on a chart and we start understanding, hey, this is a supply zone, this is a demand zone, this is what market structure looks like. Hey, this is an area I need to be watching. Why? Because this is a low that the market could be going to. If it hits a low, what is the scenario? Now you start doing what's called pathway trading. And what that means is you're starting to paint a path on where you think the market can go based on the probabilities of the numbers of the key levels that you've written out on your chart. So for me, you're not going to see me using a lot of indicators on my charts. I'll use the 20-day SMA. Why? Because if I know if whatever I'm watching stays above the 20-day, it's telling me that this is still in a bullish trend. So long as it's above the 20-day, I know it's still bullish. And then if it falls below the 20-day, I know it needs to recapture this for it to get back in the bullish thing. But if it goes underneath that 20-day, okay, now do I have my 50-day in place? Where is it at for the 50-day? Okay, now if it falls past the 50-day and now I see consecutive lower lows, I know one thing. Lower highs, I know one thing. We've now entered a change of trend. And if we can start just identifying things like that, it ain't about me being better than you. It ain't about you being better than me. It's about me understanding how to navigate the market with my financial arc that I'm building. And that's what you're doing in the market. You're building out a financial arc that can help you stay afloat when the market puts you in an ocean. So when that storm comes, you like, whoa, okay, here's my key levels. Here's what I'm looking for. If it breaks this key level, I don't have to put my bias on the market. I don't got to put my philosophy on the market because the market does not care what my bias is. The market does not care what my philosophy is. Did the market break this key level that I have marked up? Yes, it did. It's time for me to go from bullish to bearish. It's simple. Now, when you go bearish, it doesn't mean that you have to play push. You can just say, hey, I'm going to sit on the side. One of the things I see people do all the time is when the market shows them a big red candle, they try to go sell puts. And a lot of times, people getting ate alive. So what I want us to do is start paying attention to simple things. We, as retail investors, even though we don't play by their rules, we still playing in their pool. We don't got to play by their rules because we don't have no expectations to meet but our own, but we still playing in their pool. And here's the thing, they can swallow us whole. They swallow us whole. So when people ask me, Trap, you onto this IPO, I'll be like, hell no. I'm straight on that IPO. And it ain't that I don't see what's going on in the chart. It's because I understand how unpredictable IPOs are and how the sharks be waiting on us for them IPOs. We can make a lot of money in this game, but we gotta pay attention to the rules of engagement. We can't freestyle this game. Man, Shazam X, I was just about to say that. I was about to say, if you keep it simple, and he said it, a simple strategy is the best. Now, there's some people, when you get on the computer, bro, they got a whole bunch of indicators and stuff, and that works for them. But for me, I don't want it because I just want to master market structure, supply demand, support resistance. I can spot a bull flag. I can spot a bear flag. You understand your trends, that's cool. I understand my reversal candles. Now, all you gotta understand is what are the charts, what are the candles saying to one another? Did this candle overtake this high? That tells you something. Did the sellers not take over? Where are they meeting rejection at? These are the things you start understanding on your chart, like they can help you. Hey, this candle overtook Monday's high. Hey, this inducement happened. Hey, they filled that gap. Here's support, here's supply. If you can start understanding those things, your chart, I'm gonna say this, the cleaner your chart is, the easier it is for you to execute. The cleaner your chart is, the easier it is for you to flip through time frames. The cleaner your chart is, the easier it is for you to flip through time frames.